Everybody, welcome to Microsoft Technology Center. It's my favorite time of the quarter for me. And a lot of people ask me, Feli, why are you so excited every time you go to Microsoft? You have to understand that coming from truck driving to technology, it literally changed my life. So Microsoft is not only a software company, I believe it's also a company that changes lives. So that's the big reason why I'm always excited to be in this room. And I'm excited to also be your host today. Very humble to the opportunity. Let's get it going, guys. Please, let's get started. One quick note, in case you need the password to get into your devices, just don't browse while you have the speakers in the front of us, just for the respect to our speakers. But anyway, SoCal chapter meeting, August 2025. This is again one of those bi-monthly events where we get together and just share, talk, learn, and see what's going on in the Microsoft world and the world of MSPs and the world of chapter channel partners. So this is our agenda today. I'm going to go through this very quickly because I really want to get to our presentations. We have 2 sessions today, and please, I really recommend you take some notes. These 2 speakers are phenomenal. Microsoft, you guys just reported earnings last week, okay? And the numbers are off the roof. Basically, Microsoft became a $4 trillion company in just literally 2 years, less than 2, 3 years. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? You'll get to learn from our speakers today how we can capitalize. Hey, who wants a little percentage of that $4 trillion? Well, there's a lot of that on the table for sure. So this is the agenda. We're going to go through this very quickly. Some of the announcements, some updates, what's going on with the chapter. Bits and bytes in the last 2 months, July, August. We have some amazing announcements, but I know there's a lot going on in this slide, okay? But I just want you to focus on the blue little boxes. Business growth, partnership, community networking. I'm a big believer on being part of a network, of a community. And this is a community. This is a network community, and we're like a family. Education, development, it's all about, always growing your business, personal growth, and obviously the benefits of being a part of the IAMCP network. We're going to talk about this membership renewals. You guys, I know I sent a text yesterday to Brian. I'm working on mine as well, but it's very important to be updated on these things. Member profile. I didn't know this existed, but I'm going to do this. So basically, how cool is it when you have your LinkedIn account and on the picture you basically promote that you're part of the IAMCP chapter? I was actually talking to somebody earlier outside. The moment you are part of a Microsoft something, again, $4 trillion company name, okay, draws attention to either your potential next customer, maybe your next gig, I don't know, but I'm definitely doing this. I didn't even know it existed. So thank you for having this for us, you guys. Appreciate it. Profiles in Partnership podcast. One of these days, I'll get invited to talk about these things, okay? Enabling partners for success. I don't know, you want to talk about, Brian, you want to talk about this right now, or?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
One slide. I'll forward one slide. Okay. One more.
Go back. Oh, it's 4, I think.
All right. So the only reason that I can speak to this is my picture is on this darn thing. All right. So Paul Solsky, he's a wonderful man. As I recall, he is the president of IAMCP Seattle, and he is also the partnering chair for IAMCP Americas. And he dragged me into this thing that meets once a month at 7:00 a.m. So it's got to be pretty good, right? So basically, he and some other folks from the Redmond Partner Group kind of host this thing to foster partnerships. We also have something that is going to get scheduled in September, which is a multi-chapter partnering workshop.
Thank you, Brian. All right. Leave it here handy. So moving forward, P2P network. Actually, I need you on this one too, Brian. P2P networking. It's something that I know is that something that you're driving? If you can tell us a little bit about that, please.
Okay, I can speak to this too. So Paul Solsky convenes other meetings throughout the month. This is one of them. It's international, and it is special because it covers like all regions of IMCP. He creates breakout rooms to foster collaboration amongst partners with the intent that they think about what kinds of services they can offer to joint clients.
You guys, the importance of networking is huge. I'm a big believer because probably about 10 years ago, I came here for the first time to volunteer for Charlotte Augustine's some workshop she was having. And I said, hey, I want to volunteer. I want to be your tech. I want to be your IT person. So I was literally just plugging computers and helping them get connected to the internet. That connection, you guys, 10 years forward, wow. That connection led me to the next connection, to the next connection. And all of a sudden, I'm a managed solution because Charlotte leaves Microsoft. She goes to work to a company in San Diego called Managed Solution. Managed Solution says, hey, Charlotte, by any chance, do you know anybody in Orange County? We're looking for a specific type of person. And Charlotte goes, I know the exact person for you. And here we are, 6 years later. My career just went through the roof. And literally 5 years, thanks to the connections, thanks to networking, thanks to connecting and being part of a family, being a part of an event, being a part of a difference makers, I call them. So, and look around. So you'll see a bunch of difference makers here today. So anyway, let's move forward. Oh, special thank you to our sponsors. Obviously, you see again, Microsoft, and I'm going to emphasize $4 trillion top company. Wow. And these are all our sponsors. One of my favorite ones right here on the bottom, the WIT Network. Wow. Yeah. We'll get to hear about them a little later today. Perk Spotlight, Microsoft Partner Performance, benchmarking. You want to know some more? Just point your camera on that code, get some information on that. Now let's get some sponsor presentation. Where's our good friend? There you are. Okay. So becoming a frontier firm partnering with ISV for success. You guys, Matthew flew in this morning from California. He flew in just for us so we can learn about what's going on with the Microsoft world. He's an Azure architect. He was a CTO for a major tech company. So, wow, when you get speakers at that level, you know what I want to do? I just want to go to my little chair over here and then start taking notes and learn from this person because I was chatting with them earlier. We were talking about how the massive adoption of AI tools in 2025 has been tremendous. 800 million active Copilot users weekly. 800 million. We're almost at the 1 billion active Copilot users. That's only less than 3 years. That is crazy. That's absolutely amazing. And so he's going to talk about that, how we can capitalize on that. So I'm going to ask Matthew to please come up front. You have your own mic. And I want him to introduce himself and tell us about what he does. And he's talking to me. Go ahead. There you go, sir.
The other way.
The other right. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
Yes, sir.
So I'm Matthew Collins. I was CTO for a CSP for 6 years. I started off, I left that position to start my own company beginning of this year, Frametype Solutions, to become an ISV. So I'm currently solutions and DevOps architect in Azure. I'm also an MCT and a registered ISV partner. So today I want to bring to you guys' attention Azure Marketplace. I'm passionate about the Azure Marketplace, and it's all about being transactable. Do we have any partners in here, just to get an idea, that are transactable today? Is anybody transacting on Marketplace? Good for you. You guys can help me out. So we're going to talk a little bit about the solutionary evolution. You know, they said not to worry, but they're narrowing it down to 3. And ISVs are now SDCs, software development companies. And that's a little telling in itself, that changed the title. We'll talk about the marketplace presence and being transactable. Are you really present in the marketplace if you're not transacting? What the role of a solutions development company is, or software development company is, and how to productize your professional services. And then ultimately that leads to becoming frontier. That's the new term that Microsoft is pushing out there, and how you drive AI adoption through the marketplace. We've got 20 minutes. It's a lot to cover, but we'll get through it. So the solutionary evolution, AI business solutions. So they've got AI workforce. You know, they're driving Copilot on every device across every role. So they're really pushing for Copilot adoption. That's their, that's Microsoft's main push. AI business process, AI-driven agents for automation. So taking your business process, putting that into Copilot Studio, creating an agent to drive that process. That's transactable. That's a transactable activity. Go too far. Yeah, cloud and AI platform. That's the next. Lost my note. Anyway, that's the next solutions area. Frontier AI solutions. GitHub and Copilot Studio, those are your new portals. That makes a lot of traditional solutions partners a little nervous, but as an MCT, I can tell you GitHub certifications are now under Microsoft Learn, and there's a lot of noise about instructor-led training around GitHub. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing GitHub's certifications in your skilling requirements for certain AI-led designations. That migrations and modernization, still fundamental, right? Still need to have foundation and infrastructure for modernization, moving workloads to Azure, moving them to the cloud, and your infrastructure should be delivered as IAC, transactable. So infrastructure delivered as code, that's entirely transactable through the marketplace. And of course, security, that's their third pillar. Right under AI, they're really driving everyone to be security conscious. As a side note, I think everyone's touched on it. If your secure score as a partner is not up there, you know, you're gonna come October, you got some homework to do. But securing the cyber foundation, algorithmic security motions, your SIEM tools, Defender XDR, Sentinel, all that, those are starting to become agentic AI. They're going to be driven by agentic AI processes in real time. Those agentic AI agents are transactable. So I think everyone's probably seen this. Marketplace is co-sell. Co-sell is marketplace. To me, that's transactable. So co-sell is kind of what everyone's chasing. If you're transactable, that gets you there. Co-sell is mandatory. Co-sell drives benefits. It drives incentives. It unlocks, you know, those extra dollars from Microsoft. Co-sell drives differentiation. It differentiates you from other partners. It also establishes relationship longevity. And I have an example of that. I work with a Microsoft seller at a company in LA, at my previous company. I published my first offer. That seller reached out, said, hey, I noticed you got an offer back in Marketplace. Let's connect. So that relationship is still there. I believe that Marketplace and being transactable, that should be the core of your organization. It's the core of a frontier firm. Marketplace drives co-sell, as we talked about. Marketplace also drives your designations and your specializations. If you're transacting solutions within the marketplace that are aligned towards the designation and specialization requirements, those efforts that seem very difficult and as extra work just become a natural natural part of your business process. And it also drives visibility. So transacting in Marketplace increases your visibility within Microsoft tenfold. It's kind of amazing. And so I screenshot this from one of the MCAP's presentations just to kind of show Marketplace 2 years ago, Marketplace was AI. That's all, that was kind of the star of the show. Microsoft was really driving Marketplace adoption and pushing partners to be transactable in the Marketplace. So they still have a slide on Marketplace, and I circled the and AI because they end with AI as a focus, but cloud is still very much a part of it. It's still very much a part of what we do in delivering infrastructure. The cloud is the platform for AI. So I just wanted to bring to attention that Marketplace has kind of become subliminal. It's still in all their conversations. It's just not front and center. So what's the role of an SDC or an ISV for a partner? And this is really the meat of it. And it's enabling partners in Marketplace. And it's to build and publish Copilot agents for app stores. So to take those Copilot agents that are being built that drive business processes and transact those in app stores, transact those in a Marketplace. Infrastructure as code, managed applications in Azure Marketplace. So your infrastructure, if you're delivering Azure solutions, foundationally, your landing zone, AVD, security, storage, compute, all of that, even app development, can be delivered as transactable applications through the Azure Marketplace. And then once you have those transactable offers, you can then associate your professional services offers, and they become visible and exposed within the Marketplace. So here's a couple examples of the new solution play: accelerate your Copilot practice, align solution play, innovate with Azure AI apps and agents, transact Copilot agents and app stores. You're right in the middle of that solutions play. Migrations and modernization, migrate and modernize your estate, transact IAC managed applications and Marketplace. So your infrastructure, your foundational products, put them in Marketplace. At Frametype, we believe, every solution starts with a standardized product. So if you have a customer that's wanting VMs or app development, are you deploying a landing zone? Where you start? What's your starting block? That should be a transactable product in Marketplace. So becoming frontier requires a team. Customer zero, we've heard that. So internally, are you guys using AI and IAC? Have you adopted it? Are you, developing code, putting in, creating your repositories to deliver your products from? And that really requires, it's almost like you become a software development company, an SDC, in agile and DevOps methodologies. That's a big paradigm shift for a lot of partners. So the SMSC market, I think this is where the opportunity for us is. Traditional MSP, CSP, and SI partners, you guys have the relationships, you have the knowledge, you know what the customers, you know what the business requirements are. You guys know what people are asking for. An SDC, we can provide that development service and enable you to become transactable and move your business forward. Partnering for scale, you know, co-partnering, multi-party private offers, bolt-on SDC services. So you don't have to have, you know, start up your own software development company. You don't have to start learning how to create software and write code. There's SDCs out there like Frametype who are willing to get and co-partner with you guys and provide these transactable solutions and help you build out your marketplace. And that allows you to become transactable. So Frametype, you know, so we build transactable solutions specifically for partners to help you guys on your AI journey. So I went through that pretty quick. Does anybody have any questions? Anything they want to bring up? Sure.
Thank you for your presentation. So I come at Microsoft from the biz apps world, and now we see modern work and business applications coming together. My question as maybe an Azure guy, what are the forward thinking? What are the implications in terms of marketplace? Will we see any thoughts on from anybody? Will we see a common marketplace across Microsoft? Or are we going to keep App Stores separate for biz apps and agents over here?
I think there'll be the separation will be maintained. I think Azure is still foundational. You know, App Stores is kind of that low code, no code, next layer up. Azure, even AI. So you have Copilot Studio. That's your low code for delivering AI agents. And then you have Azure AI Foundry. Microsoft recently opened up to, you know, all the models. So I think everyone's in there except for Meta and Llama. But, you know, OpenAI, XAI, Agentic, within AI Foundry, those are all being opened up to that for if you want to get into some heavy AI.
Hey, Matthew, so as a CTO, sorry, did I interrupt anybody? As a CTO, you know, take us a few years ahead, you know, 3, 4, 5 years. What do you see going on with this AI agentic world that's already sweeping? 70%, I think, of SMB founded companies already implementing agentic. What's your take on what do you see happening in these 3 years?
So, of course, I'm the founder of Frametype Solution. My first employee was a GitHub Copilot. So my website, so this is the customer zero. My website, our marketplace solutions are all being driven. My dev team, we're all leveraging AI heavily. And so a lot of the solutions are being driven by that. I think for the future, understanding the role of AI and how you can leverage it within your business, and just that paradigm shift of assigning tasks that are redundant and don't require human consciousness, so to speak, to be accomplished. For me, where Frametype is going, what we see standardized products being hosted in a repository, listed on Marketplace, and either post or pre-deployment a list of requirements we're calling customizations being fed into an SMB server, AI, and AI going out and making the customizations to our standardized code for the customer. And then the customer evaluating those in acceptance. But we really see AI enhancing the marketplace and really driving that the delivery phase of it.
Thank you.
Put one online.
Where do I'm sorry.
Tom, go ahead. You can unmute yourself.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
Hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, loud and clear.
Coming at you live from Brooklyn Bridge in New York. Good to see everybody. I'm going to keep myself off camera because I got to kind of watch where I'm walking. So I really appreciate this information, Matt. And if I understood correctly, it took a plane to get here, so I really appreciate that too. And I had some questions for you. I do agree that throwing the word frontier around quite a bit. But I'm trying to figure out, when you say transactable solution, are you saying that you're promoting AI in the marketplace solution center? Or are you saying that in order to create your position in the marketplace, in general, not digital terms, that we have to be using AI? Because I was a little confused as to how you transfer from creating a transactable environment to transitioning it to revenue generation.
So really AI is a transactable technology by creating, agents around business processes and listing those AI agents in marketplace. Same thing with Azure Marketplace and creating your infrastructure and infrastructure as code solutions for delivery and transactable in the marketplace. And it's not just having a listing, like we're going to come in and we're going to evaluate your Azure environment, or we're going to, contact us now and we'll talk about delivering, an AVD solution. It's about transacting. It's about buy it now, get it now. The difference between contact us and get it now, where they click the button, they're going through a UI. That UI then builds out a template within Azure and delivers that code into their infrastructure. And within, a short period of time, they have a working infrastructure within Azure. And so that's when I talk about being transactable, that's where I'm going.
Wow. Thank you. Wow.
I'm really sorry, but I'll take it offline with you if you don't mind. If there's more
Sure.
specific stuff, I don't want to blow away the meeting.
For sure. If
Thanks.
anyone wants to go deep, I only had a few minutes. I went through it a little fast, but I'm already out of time. So if anybody wants to talk about it after this, I'm here for a few hours.
Can we connect with you on LinkedIn?
Definitely LinkedIn.
Got it. Got it.
My website, my email.
LinkedIn.
You can also put your notes,
LinkedIn.
put your contact info in the chat. That would be awesome.
All right. I don't know about you guys, but I took some notes and wow, it's definitely an AI revolution and we all need to take advantage of that. So moving forward, see, Ashtok, while Ashtok is doing that, this is what I meant when I mentioned earlier about being part of a family, being a part of an organization, that you keep learning these things. You don't hear just from a guy on YouTube. You hear right from the source. The guys are doing it. The guys are out there, in the trenches doing these things. That just adds a different level of credibility. So Matthew, thank you for. And again, he flew in from Sacramento. So you guys give him a hand. Thank you. I will invite you a tequila shot, but we're still working. So afterwards. All right. Now we're going to talk about membership. Where's our membership guru? Is he here? No. So it's all me. Ecosystem of collaboration, growth, support for the partners. And this is what it's all about: supporting each other, developing, partnering, strategic learning programs, help the members grow revenue and profit. we just heard Matt and how we can implement some of those ideas and learn, right? Increase the value of the membership. Member Power Hour. I think Jason can probably give us a little insights on this.
Mike. So you heard a moment ago, Felly, who's been a very vibrant member of this community and this chapter for a while, is like, I didn't know we had that. That happens a lot. So whether you are brand new to this organization or you've been with it for a couple of years and you want to maximize the value you're getting out of this organization, then you should come to the Power Hour. So we're doing this on the opposite months of the first Thursday. So we're going to meet in teams September 4th and November 6th. There's the QR code to register. Come down. You're going to get a couple members of the chapter's leadership there as well. So if you want to ask those really poignant questions and get everything you can out of your membership, that's the place to go. The next slide's probably from me. Yes. So again, trying to bring strategic learning as one of those value adds to your membership. Maven Collective, who you saw as one of our national sponsors, is going to deliver a webinar directly to our chapter on partner marketing with AEO, which is answer engine optimization. So that is using these chatbots, using other forms of AI to maximize what your website is doing and what your marketing channels are delivering to you. So that's about all I can speak to it because it's beyond me. I'm going to this because I'm going to be learning. There's everything on the agenda: designing on-brand imaging, content quality, content lifespan, multimedia with AI. So all that's going to be delivered on that session. She's going to cram it all into an hour. I don't know how, but if you want to register, there's the QR code. Thank you, Felly.
Thanks, Jason. Thank you. All right, my favorite part. So a few SMB Tech Fest ago, I was sitting in the front row, and this event, you guys, right?
I'm just saying the comment online is that the slides are no longer being shared with them.
Oh, sorry. Can we check on that? While he's doing that, so let me continue my story real quick. So SMB Tech Fest is a quarterly event here in Irvine. You guys, we're here. This is a local event for us. We should definitely be part of it. But this is the first time. This was a historic event. Talking about community, talking about being part of a difference makers in the tech community. Well, the first time in decades that Dave Cyber allowed us to have a woman in tech panel at this event. And you guys, this event was a tremendous, tremendous success. I asked Jacob earlier, he was there, and his words, the highlight of the event. Those were his words from a guest that was a part of it. So I'm going to ask Ashley, our queen of the IAMCP network today, to give us a little bit of what was she feeling when she was on stage? What was her take after leaving that event? This was just one of those events that I dream of having, and the dream became a reality. So anyway, our queen of IAMCP, Ashley Dueñas, you guys.
Well, Dave often asks, hey, if you're interested in getting involved, let me know about an exciting topic and you can join us on stage. I have a time or two, and this was something that Felly was very, very excited about, and we gave it a trial run first in May.
Yes.
With our great partners at the Jewish Community Center in Irvine. We had just a 2-hour panel all around AI topics with the same wonderful panel along with Deanna that was able to make it there. And we thought it went so well, why don't we kind of bring it down into the core pieces, allow there to be interaction from the audience. And I've been going to Tech Fest for a long time. For the very first panel on the Thursday morning, for that to be what the audience looked like, thought that was pretty impressive. We brought in a group We had a lot of our clients and colleagues there. We heard a lot of great feedback, but I think that the biggest thing was we couldn't get into the real nitty gritty and meat and value pieces when we had the 30-minute session versus the 2-hour session. And so I think from what Dave was interested in, that this is just a jumping board, that we'd like to hear from more ladies, leaders, industry experts that want to have these types of panel discussions. We also had one on cybersecurity. But if you're interested in getting in front of a group and this is kind of your audience that you're looking to provide solutions or insights, this was not us selling ourselves or our companies, but really talking about strategy, where AI is going, gaps, things that we can do, what can you walk away with today and learn and implement immediately, and then what can you do long term. Stacy in the back, in the pink there, it's funny how these things come full circle. I actually went to the WIT Network SoCal event with MW Partners as a sponsor, had already been here with IAMCP, sponsored there, decided to join the board for WIT, and now have really tried to bring together WIT and IAMCP SoCal to blend what we're doing, because to fill a room, to find a venue, to find a sponsor is not easy these days. And so why not bring the collective groups together? So if you're also a part of great tech communities that have like-minded individuals, we've done it with the Private Directors Association. We're always looking for ways that we can provide value, help with education, and show up to this quarterly event as another platform that we can share. So yeah, it was great.
Thank you. Thank you. Stacy, you need to come up and say something. As a panelist, I want Stacy to tell you her feelings as a panelist. What was it that was going through your mind that day? And then after the event too, because I'm sure you heard a lot of great feedback.
Yeah.
Women in Tech is a movement. And I really like the fact that the ladies are stepping up to the plate. Go ahead, Stacey.
Yeah, no, I think just having like a platform to give our voice is fantastic. I think our perspective is sometimes a little bit different. And also just providing value at the end of the day. The goal is AI is so new still, even though, you know, it's been a while, it's always transforming. So that transformation is how can we put our knowledge out there and also receive knowledge of people who are maybe 10 steps ahead of us, you know, and I'm 10 steps back at the end of the day. So just providing that value. But it was great just to be a part of it, and I appreciate you.
Well, thank you for sharing your knowledge, and I do accept the title of the tour manager. So yeah, let's do it. Asher, I can't move forward this thing again. So anyway, I won't be surprised if they cyber invite us again to do something like that for the next SMB Tech Fest. So stay tuned on that SMB Tech Fest coming up. Still nothing. There you go. Okay, so you guys, next time we're here, write this date down, October 2nd. We'll be back here for our bi-monthly IAMCP chapter meeting, Thursday, October 2nd. Add it to your agenda, and we'll definitely see you here soon. Join a community today. You guys, we need help. We need volunteers. You heard my story. I volunteered one time 10 years ago, and now I'm part of this amazing organization. We need the extra help. If you're a student, if you are looking for maybe an internship, we can definitely use your help. Come say hello to, if you have a name here, raise your hand. Come say hello to them, you know, share, maybe you have some spare time and you wanna add value to the chapter, we always welcome that. All right, this is the next big event coming up very soon, and who can talk more about this? Could that be you, Brian, or Jason?
I think we're off by a month on the date.
Who's that?
Is it November?
Okay, don't worry.
Okay,
This slide's wrong. It's okay.
so do we have oh, here we go. Go ahead. There's the mic right there.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. So we are putting together a fundraising event to raise some money for a really good charity. This is on coming up November 6th. We have some, I think about 7 blackjack tables. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a number of good sponsors. that are going to be at this event. So again, good, have fun. We're gonna have some drinks, food, and blackjack play. You know, gonna provide you, once you get a ticket, you're gonna get some chips, and you play some blackjack, win some of course, everything, every money that we gather, it goes into our charity. So it will be fun. It would be great if we get all of you to join and purchase the ticket and come into that event.
So November 6th, not October.
November 6th, the venue is not confirmed yet
Okay.
where it's going to be, but we're working on that.
November 6th, just let's add it to the agenda. Thanks, Fred.
Fred, we need more sponsors, right?
Absolutely. We need more sponsors. Anyone here who is interested, please come and grab me or one of us. So let us know.
Thanks, Fred. Thank you. All right, next, the WIT Network. Ashley just talked about it briefly. Women in Tech Network. The next event for them is actually next Tuesday night. I added to my agenda already, and guess what? I know this is Women in Tech. I know this is ladies, but hey, I'm gonna be there. If they kick me out, that's fine, but I'll be there. This is, and look at the subject, resume refresh. I need one. Definitely, I haven't touched mine in a long time, so I'm looking forward to this event next Tuesday. So join us. The WIT Network, another event, program spotlight. X. And all right, this is what we'll be waiting for. So let's now spend some time in looking at what's going on with the Microsoft. You know, we talked about the numbers earlier, 800 million active Copilot users. But what does that all mean to us? And Jason's going to help us understand how we can monetize, how we can earn, how we can capitalize on what's going on with this Microsoft AI revolution. And who better than Jason, right? I really like Jason. You know the fact.
Not just his, Justin.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, Justin.
Strong guy. Okay.
One thing that I'm so excited about, Justin, the fact that he is the founder of this chapter since 2009. It was the first president of the chapter. You guys, that's a long time. That shows dedication. That shows partnership. That shows, hey, I'm in business. And for him to be here today and Justin to share his heart and what's going on with the Microsoft world, I think that it's worth our time, and that's worth for us taking some notes, ask questions, and really, Justin, I'm looking forward to learn and take some notes from you. So let's go do it.
Awesome. Sure that it share here. Okay, so we have about 4 hours of content in 15 minutes. So what do you guys know about FY26 with Microsoft so far? What are the big things that stand out to you? Yeah. AI is a big deal. What are some of the changes though? What are some of the things you guys have heard about that might affect you and your partnership with Microsoft?
It's more difficult to keep our incentives.
Much more difficult to keep your incentives. Okay, well, we can definitely talk about that because I think it might be easier. So we'll talk about it. What else?
New solution plays.
The polls are continuing to move.
The polls continue to move. New solution plays. New solution areas. What else?
Adoption.
Adoption. What do you mean by adoption?
Well, there's a lot of people already wanting this thing, like they want to use these services.
Yeah, there are certainly 4 trillion reasons on why you want to partner with Microsoft. Yes. New partner designations coming soon, like they're hinting at it. Hasn't dropped yet, but they're hinting at it. New things are coming. Anything else? Anything around incentives that you guys have seen so far? Has anybody seen the incentives? A couple people. Okay, so I definitely want to spend at least 2/3 of my time talking to you guys about the incentives, because that's what I was telling everybody on LinkedIn. I'm going to show you how you can go get $1 million from Microsoft. So take some notes. I'll help you get through it. Let me address a few of the things. So David, when you said that it's a little harder to keep your incentives, what Microsoft is doing, starting on, well, actually, they backdated for your CSP incentives back to July 1st. It'll take them a little while to get to it. It'll be February before they get to it, but they're starting all incentives on July 1st moving forward, which is great because it used to be October 1st they'd start CSP, July 1st they'd start all this other stuff, and it was always everybody was always off. But now, instead of having to have a solution designation, which you had to in the past, now you only have to have 25 points. So to earn the solution designation, you had to have 70. To get 25 points, as an example, with modern work, because you're modern work, right? You have to have one each of the skilling. So you have to have an intermediate skilling, and you have to have an advanced skilling. And let me tell you, the intermediate skilling is an MS 900 exam. Every person on my team has passed, including Mario. Mario's pretty bright, but he still passed the MS 900. It's a salesperson exam. You can go take that. You get 10 points for that. And then the advanced exam, you can either go the advanced way and take the MS 102, which is a really difficult exam, or the other option that nobody ever clicks unless they come to us and ask us is there's a Teams meeting assessment. It's an online quiz. It's 40 questions, and I have the answer sheet if you need it. But you can take it as many times as you need to get it. If you do those two things, you get 25 points. You now qualify for your incentives. So it's much easier for you this year, David, than it was in the past.
So from 6 months ago, this has completely changed?
Completely changed as of 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So it's definitely, I can definitely help you out with that. Okay. So let's talk about some of the incentive changes that are here. And I want to so a lot of you said that you had not seen the incentive changes. Is this PowerPoint? It's a PDF PowerPoint thing. Is this new to most of you? Have you seen it? Anybody? Raise your hand if you've seen this before. So only a couple. Okay, so I'll show the rest of you where to go get it. I'm going to spend most of my time in this 2-point font around Azure. But I'll make it bigger, and you'll see as we go into it. Okay, so it's a nice clickable hyperlink thing. Basically, last year, Microsoft had 2 programs in Azure. They had one called Azure Migrate and Modernize, AMM, and they had Azure Innovate. Those are the 2 programs. Azure Innovate was more for the AI solutions. AM was more for like basic infrastructure, database migration, doing all those things. This year, they've consolidated everything into one program they now call Azure Accelerate. But within Azure Accelerate, there's what they call pre-sales and post-sales. And so there's also an SMB version of this and an enterprise version of this. And so I'll walk through kind of both. But the first thing that I want to show is that in this, what they say is pre-sales, basically who talks to customers about Azure? If you talk to customers about Azure, please raise your hand. Okay, how many of you currently get paid for Microsoft going and talking to customers? Okay, with this, you can. What this says, if you read all the fine print up here, is that you have to go, this is Azure Accelerate, Core, Migrate, Modernize, Pre-Sales, Assessment, and POV. So you're going through here, and this engagement, partners will provide an end-to-end analysis and mapping company's IT infrastructure, physical and virtual, taking considerations, plans, deployment, usage, blah, 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 using Azure Migrate or Dr. Migrate. They're both free tools to partners that Microsoft provides to you. You run an analysis, it gives you a spreadsheet, and you create an assessment report. If you upload that report as your proof of execution, they call it POE, depending upon how large the environment would be, if you actually sold them, if they actually said, yes, I want to buy it, they will pay you, if it's between $15,000 a year and $250,000 of potential Azure spend. So we're talking about $1,200 a month. If you have a potential spend between $1,200 a month and $20,000 a month, Microsoft will pay you $15,000. If it's a larger environment, it's over $250,000, they'll pay you $25,000. Literally, you just have to talk to them about this. If you upload the Dr. Migrate or Azure Migrate, Microsoft pays you for it. That's it. That's the key. Go talk to customers. Now, what happens from here if they say, yes, I want to move forward? Well, then you move from pre-sales to post-sales. If they say, I want to move forward, depending on the size of the potential deal, or at this point it is a deal, depending when you run the Azure calculator and you say, hey, this deal is going to be $5,000 a month times 12, you're going to annualize that, $60,000. $60,000 falls into a small engagement. So 50,000 to 100,000, you get $15,000 to go deliver that project. Now, in the past, Microsoft made you run all kinds of things. You had to take all these screenshots. You had to do all this stuff. It was a pain in the rear, wasn't it? This year, you have to do two things for your proof of execution. Number one, you have to upload your Azure Calculator results, which is a spreadsheet. And two, you have to give them a subscription ID of where you migrated the resources to. That's it. And then Microsoft is monitoring how much are you actually consuming? How much is the customer actually consuming for the next 12 months? They want to monitor this because there is a couple caveats here. You can't just say, hey, all of my customers are $250,000 and I want $75,000 from Microsoft on every single project. You can't do that because that's fraud. And so what they've put in place is they've put down below, I can show it to you a little bit later, but we don't have a lot of time. But just take my word for it. They put in place 60% of your claims must fit within the t-shirt size. Each one of these are called t-shirt sizes. So that means that you can miss 40% of the time. Don't miss 41%, so they kick you out of the program. But if you have like an 80% hit rate, hey, we know where our sizes are, you can do all of these projects. Now, here's the next really amazing thing. Per customer, you can do 4 of each of these t-shirt sizes. So that means if you've got a small, you're gonna get them into the cloud, you got a few servers you're gonna move over. Then they say, hey, we want to move over some databases as a second project. And they say, hey, we've got a couple other things over here. Hey, we want to go implement a new AI project. Hey, we want to go do all these other things. You can do 4 extra smalls, 4 extra smalls, 4 smalls, 4 mediums, and 4 large engagements with the same customer. And then it starts over next fiscal year. So if you've got a lot of customers, you're going to start moving stuff over. You've got to take advantage of these programs. Okay, so there is also a 3-to-1 pre-sales to post-sales, meaning that you can't just go do pre-sales because the customer didn't buy and just have Microsoft pay you $15,000 to go talk to a customer. For every 3 pre-sales, you must get one of them to say yes, or you must get another customer to say yes. You must do a post-sales claim. So 3-to-1 ratio for pre-sales to post-sales, but they've made the proof of execution ridiculously easy for this year. Okay, now I want to go down a little bit, and I want to show you guys because, well, before I do that, let me explain why I'm going to go to the other. If we look at, so over here is where you see partner requirements, and down here you see customer requirements. All customers qualify except for strategic enterprise. So strategic enterprise is Walmart, Walgreens, like all the big brand names, right? Microsoft calls it the S500. All other customers, every person in this room as a customer would qualify for this program if somebody was working with you. All SMB, all SME&C, majors, all of the, even large customers, so majors are still enterprises, they still qualify, just so strategics do not. On the partner side, you do have to have a specialization. So specializations can be a little bit more difficult to achieve. So first, to get a specialization, you have to have a solution designation. So in this case, you'd have an infrastructure solution designation, and then you would go off and you would get an infrastructure and database migration specialization, Kubernetes, or migrate enterprise applications on Azure. To get the specializations, you do have to go through an audit with Microsoft. You have to follow these processes. It's complex. But about 6 months ago, probably David, when you saw the last update, Microsoft came out with SMB designations for Azure. So this is great news. And then what they did was they aligned a lot of these incentives to SMB. So I'm going to show you the same slide here. But what's different? What's different that you guys see here?
Partner requirements.
Partner requirement. What's the
To be
difference?
fair, it's hard to see for us.
Hard to see for you.
SMB track.
It is the SMB track, but if we look here just at the partner requirement, SMB track. So the difference for qualification, I took a screenshot just so I could show it because I knew this was going to come up. So if we look at the differences, on the enterprise path, you have to have 3 customers that do $1,000 a month. On the SMB path, you have to have 3 customers that do at least $500 a month. On the enterprise side for skilling, you have to have 5 people certified and you have to have 2 prerequisites before those points start counting. On the SMB side, you have to have 4 certifications and you only have 1 prerequisite. So it's much easier to get there. Same on the customer success, but it's much easier to get here. Now, one big caveat to this, and this is something that I know Joe and I are fighting and several others in the partner community are fighting. If you have over $1 million in Azure business through PAL, CSP, any mechanism, you no longer qualify for SMB, even if all of your customers are SMB. So it's not necessarily that fair, but it's the program that we have to work with. As long as you know the rules of the game, sometimes we can still work with them. So here, you don't have to have a specialization. You don't have to go through that audit. You don't have to go through everything else. You just have to have SMB infrastructure solution designation. Then when we come over here, instead of having 5 t-shirt sizes, we only have 3. But we're talking about SMB anyway. SMBs aren't going to be spending $250,000 on a single workload. Here we've got extra small, and small. So in these engagements, Microsoft will pay you between $2,000 and $12,000. And again, Microsoft will pay up to 4 t-shirt sizes per t-shirt, 4 t-shirt sizes per customer. So in this particular one, you could do 4 2,000s, 4 4,000s, and 4 12,000. So that's about $70,000 per customer that you have on the table for you. If you've got 10 customers and you can go do some small engagements with them, fantastic. Now, the one negative is that there are no pre-sales for SMB, so you don't get the $15,000 for going out and talking to them, but you do have these. Now, again, what do you have to show Microsoft as proof of execution for these engagements? Azure Calculator.
2 exams.
Subscriptions.
And a subscription ID. That's it. So if you qualify in Partner Center, you see that it's there, you click on it and say, okay, I have a customer. I want to create an opportunity. You create the opportunity in there, go through all the steps first before you put any consumption on the subscription. But you go through all the steps. Microsoft says, okay, we approve. You can go work with this customer. Then you give them the Azure Calculator report and you give them the subscription ID that you're going to be working on. They're just going to be tracking that, and then you're going to get paid. So there is there's a milestone payments where it's okay from the date that you put it in. You have 120 days to do the work. Well, let's say that only takes you 30 days. Great, you put it in after 30 days. You put in your proof of execution. 30 days after that, Microsoft will approve the claim and approve that you've done everything right. Within 45 days after that, you get your money. They don't even wait for you to do. If you say it's a $50,000 a year subscription because you're getting paid $12,000, they're not even waiting to see that they're getting their money. And if we're really talking about this, like this is, so Microsoft by that time, like they've collected maybe $6,000, $7,000 from the customer and they've already paid you $12,000. It's pretty awesome. They're paying you up front to go get these deals. So look, these things have gotten so much easier. In the past, it was extremely difficult. Now you can do an SMB solution designation. You come in here, you file a claim and say, hey, I'd like to put this customer in for this workload. Once you're done with that workload, you can go do another. Once you're done with that one, you can do another. You can actually have two of each t-shirt sizes going on at the same time within a given customer. So you can actually work on 2 or 3 different workloads with the same customer and file those claims. So there is a ton of money available for you here. Now, where it also gets really interesting, I know some of the people in the room here do security. If you're using Defender for Cloud in Azure, what do you have to do? How do you turn on Defender for Cloud? Matthew knows. It's a checkbox. It's literally a checkbox. If you will turn on that checkbox, Microsoft will increase your payments 15%. And it's the same requirement. So it's the same, you've got to have the SMB track. Microsoft will pay you, instead of $2,000, they pay you $2,300. Instead of $12,000, they pay you $13,800. All you have to do is check the box that you're going to turn on Defender for Cloud, which Defender for Cloud is a $15 per subscription add-on. Microsoft's paying you more than what the customer is going to be paying just for turning it on. And it's the right thing to do.
Yes.
Okay. So this is just a very, very high level on the Azure side. Now, there are, like we looked at earlier in this 2-point font over here, there are incentives for migrate, modernize, virtual desktop. And some of these, like if we look at this one for VMware. So on VMware, they're paying $175,000 for that one t-shirt size. Anybody have any VMware customers? Great, get some of those VMware customers moved over. You get big money from Microsoft for doing that. But yeah, virtual desktop. Here's SAP. I know there's some people in here who are doing data platform. I know Manish, you do it. The other Manish. All people named Manish in this room do data. I know that. But yeah, and here it's the same deal, right? So if you got customers, same $15,000 for data. I mean, a data estate. Come on, that's ridiculous. And yet they're going to pay you $15,000 for that. Where is the other Manish? Oh, right in front of me. Right, like he's just because you're turning around. But you have the specializations now, right? Promise me, go do this. This is easy. This is easy money. $15,000 every time you go talk to a customer. $25,000 if it's over 20. Like you're probably not going to have a lot of those in the market that you work with, but you're going to have a lot of these. If you don't even convert them into post sales, and you go talk to 3 of these because you get a 3-to-1 ratio. If you just go talk to 3 customers and turn in 3 claims, you just left here and you made $45,000. Can you do that for me, Manish? All right. Anybody else have a specialization? Okay, if you don't, they can be challenging, but it's not the end of the world. It's not super hard to do. If you have at least 3 customers and you have a repeatable process, which you should have a repeatable process. If you don't, you need some help, call us, we can help you through it. But yeah, there's data platform. Here's AI apps and agents, and Manish, you should be able to do this one too. Yep, so you got AI agents, apps, developer, then it goes into the SMB stuff. So lots of really great stuff here. Since I do have 1 minute left, I will show you there are some great new things for security as well. So again, if you have a security designation, so a security designation, what's new for this year is Microsoft will actually pay you to go deliver workshops. So and they call them immersion briefings. So if you go deliver an immersion briefing, basically you talk to the customer about threat protection and data. There's 3 of them, right? There's 2: threat protection and data security. If you do those 2, and you can even combine them, Microsoft will pay you $2,000 just for going out and doing a briefing to 5 customers. So pretty awesome. Now, in that briefing, you go out and you talk to them about all this great stuff with threat protection and Purview and all the other great security products from Microsoft 365 and Defender products. And then they say, okay, well, we're interested. Well, then Microsoft will pay you $8,000 per what they call envisioning workshop, and there's 3. So there's threat protection, modern SecOps, and data security. Now, Ashok, you just finished one of these.
The threat protection.
And about how much work was it? About how many hours of man hours of work was it?
The system partner, they spent about 15 hours, and they just got approved for $8,000.
So 15 hours of work, they got $8,000 for it. Now, the great thing is they just finished that one. Now you can go do another, and then you can go do the other. So $24,000 per customer. And the only thing on this one, you don't have to have a specialization. You just have to have the security solution designation. So look, there are a lot of changes, and we didn't cover most of them. I wanted you guys to see that there's big money on the table. Maximum that you can get for Azure by itself is $3 million. Okay, I do want to show that. So if I go down here. Okay, I don't have time to show it, but maximum is $3 million that you can get on the Azure, all the different Azure workloads that we see up here. Look, shoot for the moon. I mean, try to get $1 million. If you end up only getting 500,000, is that a big deal? Like, we know partners who've gone in and got this. A lot of times, it's just pure profit for you. Like the mission of our company is help partners achieve more profitability in their Microsoft partnership. Well, this is how you do it. You go off and get Microsoft money that's going to help you win more engagements. A lot of times it's money that you're getting is above and beyond what you've ever gotten before and just goes straight to the bottom line. So where you can get this stuff. So I will put it up on the screen, but I'll show you quickly. We have what we call our Microsoft Partner Command Center. And within our TPM University, under programs and incentives, we have all of this stuff all listed out for you. We have all kinds of videos, but it's under FY26 incentive guide. This is a free resource to all IAMCP members. So if you have already logged into our system, you go to tpm.ms/PCC for Partner Command Center. Or if you have not joined it, go to tpm.ms/join-PCC. Then it'll give you, as soon as you hit it, you give us your information, it'll just send you an email. You're into our system. You can join our Microsoft Mastery calls and everything else. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Thomas.
Are you talking to Tom in New York?
Yep.
Yeah, you must be. How you doing? So I got a question for you. First, I did not hear one clap in the room when they introduced you, and that's a shame. Because everybody should be happy to have you in the room. That's my personal opinion on the matter. I mean it. You've done a lot for our community, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Thomas. Thank you.
What I wanted to ask was, I find myself, following the breadcrumbs of Microsoft and getting everybody into Office 365, transitioning them to Microsoft 365, starting to get people into OneDrive a little bit. As you say, turn on the Defender button and seeing what's real about policies and security. The challenge I'm faced with is, how do I know, can I retrofit my position? Like, are any of these incentives like you can go back 3 months to get the money? Like if I've already done the project?
No, you can't go back. So that's the golden rule with Microsoft is you may not begin any project before you have approval. So if you don't have approval, or in like ESIF case, if you don't have a PO in hand, you can't go backwards. You must wait to get that approval before you start the work. If the customer's really eager, then you just have to tell them, look, if you don't want Microsoft money, then we can move forward. You have to pay the bill. Microsoft won't pay it. If you have customers, so Thomas, like you were saying, you're doing Microsoft 365, you're doing Outlook, you're doing OneDrive, all those things. Fantastic. Go talk to them about AI. Go talk to them about an infrastructure project. And hey, Microsoft will pay the bill. If you want to just pilot this, like let us move over a couple servers. Microsoft's going to pay us to move that over. All you have to do is run a Dr. Migrate or Azure Migrate assessment. You put a subscription ID into the tool. Microsoft will pay you to do that. They're not going to pay for the work that you've already done, though.
No, I totally understand that. All right. So I just wanted to make sure I understood you correctly, though. You're talking, it has to be new work. It's not like I could say I'm migrating from one tenant to another tenant, or taking away from one partner going to another tenant.
It has to be
new stuff.
It has to be new stuff. Now, can you take it from another partner into your tenant? Well, that might be a gray area. But if you're that's because I have seen some partners ask, well, can we move something from pay as you go over to CSP? You probably need to go through an approval process with Microsoft if you want to do it the right way, which I recommend. Make sure that, hey, this is proper and Microsoft will pay for that. But what they're definitely going to want to see is like, what is that subscription ID? And then they're going to want to follow, are you actually hitting the t-shirt size that you're saying for the work that you're doing? But go through, I mean, the thing with Microsoft, there's such amazing opportunity. It's one of those things, just don't mess it up. Like they make it really easy. And one of the things that we see when we're working with our partners, a lot of times they're like, this is too easy. This can't be right. No, it is. We do it all the time. So let us do it for you. That's our job. Our job is to do it for you. And then you'll get the checks and then you'll say thank you. And that's how it works. But
I can see 2 steps ahead. I understand why it's sticky and they're willing to pay us in advance, because it's hard to move away from it once you're in.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand that. But what I want to make sure is, like, in this competitive marketplace that we're in, the guys and gals around me are smart too, my competitors, and they're going to be trying to figure out how they can move from my subscription ID to another. So that's what I'm asking about. Like, I'm trying to figure out what it looks like if somebody leaves another partner and comes into my open arms. Am I able to incentivize that?
Yeah. I'm not sure. We can talk about that one offline, Thomas.
You got it.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate the time today.
Hey, guys, why don't we give a round to
Thank you,
Justin?
Justin.
Because that was pretty big. I
Yeah.
want to hear that room filled.
Justin, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You don't even look like a Jason. I don't know why I even call you Jason. Jason and I go to the same hairstylist. Yeah, you definitely have more hair than
You
we
should
do.
see his picture at the post office. He looks much better there.
All right, what's next? So how do you want to do this, Brian? This is actually one of my favorite parts of the meeting too, because we get to meet some of you as well. You get to introduce yourself. But go ahead, Brian.
Right, William, are you ready? Okay, very good. All right, so if you have a blue badge, indicates that you are already a member of IAMCP. If you have a red badge, it indicates that you're a guest. So what we end up doing in this portion of the meeting is to do some introductions and remind me to introduce all the folks that are remote as well. All of the folks that have a red badge, take a look at the handsome young man toward the back. His name is William. Follow him out into the outside area, and he will make an amazing justification for joining the organization. So why don't you get up and follow him out the door, and the rest of us will start our 20-second introductions.
And this time we're going to start from the back of the room. So let's start.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Yes, please. Let's make it really short. 20 seconds only. And Asha will come over and ring the bell if you go over 20 seconds. So let's start from this side. 20-second introduction.
20 seconds. Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Kevin Clemens. I am the owner at AU Technology Solutions down in Carlsbad, San Diego. I'm part of the San Diego IAMCP. I like to come up here and visit you guys every now and then, and I do managed services.
Welcome, San Diego.
Hi, my name's Rodney. I have a red badge today, but I actually am a member. I just didn't register in time, so I had to sneak in as a guest. I used to work with Justin over at Microsoft a while ago, and I'm working on working on a new role, doing some AI strategy. Good to see you all.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Klaus. I am the director of our Microsoft practice at Neoteric 365. We are a cloud AI partner. We focus extensively on AI and are doing a wide range of different AI solutions for clients. So great to connect with everybody. I'm a member of this chapter for 15 years now, and the past president, a few behind Justin. But great to see everybody today. Great to be here. As always, thanks.
Hi, my name is Rick Badine. My company is Bit Corporation. I know several of you here. I'd like to thank Ashley for inviting me. And SMB IT support, desktop support, server support, infrastructure support, virtualization, cybersecurity. Thank you. Pleasure being here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cyrus Dabijani. I'm an IT technical support professional focusing on network, operating system, and database administration with more than 10 years of experience and proven record of history. Right now, I'm in transition and looking for a job opportunity. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Darren Somo from Greystone Technology. We provide IT managed services, consulting, project services, training, and web and app development.
Why are you smiling? Jason looking at me so cheerful. He's always so cheerful. Hey, I'm Jared Bear. My company is Broad Bear. We are mainly infrastructure, so cabling, access control, cameras, Teams room, Zoom room, all that kind of stuff, boots on the ground. Partner with a bunch of people in here already, and also on the learning committee. And I think I've only been here like 9 years, so not as long as some others.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Krista Hollingsworth of K Hollingsworth Consulting. I provide fractional chief revenue officer services and consulting and coaching for SMBs in the service space. A lot of what I do is helping clients if they're losing customers. I can help them with retention strategy. And if they're having a difficult time closing, I can coach them on how to talk to their customers and win more business. Krista Hollingsworth.
Hi, my name is Ro Kolakowski of Sixth Street Consulting. We specialize in SharePoint, a lot of business process automation around that. And then more recently, ransomware remediation for rebuilding on-premise SQL servers. So
I asked Meta AI to give me my pitch for today. So as per that, it said, I'm Tushar Puri with Pegasus One. We work with companies in EdTech and healthcare space, and utilizing our in-house accelerators, we have been able to reduce time to market by up to 15%, 15 to 30% for some of our customers. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Giamo. I work for Software Resources. We're an IT staffing company. Thank you to Ashley for inviting me today. I met her at SMB Tech Fest, which was an awesome event. But yeah, we specialize in, helping you guys build your teams with the right tech talent and everything like that, and tailoring your resumes on the recruiting side of things to become more appealing to hiring managers and everything like that. So yeah, that's what I do. It's nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hi, my name is Fred Babai. The business name is B2B Sales Accelerator. We provide consulting services to organizations that are looking to scale their business, grow their revenue. We do it through strategic planning, leadership training, as well as sales and marketing support. By the way, I'm also partner chair at IAMCP SoCal. Please join us on this November 6th for Blackjack event. It's going to be fun, and we need sponsors. I'm looking at Justin and said, why are you looking at me? Looking for some sponsors. Thank you.
Hello, Mark Mariyama here. I was a principal at ProSum Technology Services, helped build out their Microsoft practice a while back, active in IAMCP all the way back in the Justin Slagle area. We were acquired by Netrix Global about 4 years ago, and I'm now doing some independent consulting and working with one of the Manishas on some of his initiatives.
Thanks, Mark. So, of course, one of the Manishas, M&Ms, right? Manish like to call M&M, so I'll go with that. Fifth Square, Manish Bansal, we're into data and AI, and going very deep into AI specific to use cases in manufacturing and distribution. So if you have use cases in manufacturing and distribution, come talk and we'll go deeper.
Thanks, Manish. Steve Tanner, IT Voice Dynamics is kind of our main focus. However, I've met at least 3 people in the room that are working on their golf game. So Manish, Jason, and I are thinking we've got to do a little meetup either before or after one of these meetings. So depending which card you have, let's talk about doing a meetup between the meetings and also a little golf meetup as well. So look forward to meeting you all a little bit later.
Hi, everybody. My name is Joseph Huang, and my company is Infocom Services. I work with small businesses. First time coming back after 2 years of hiatus. Just going to restart with IAMCP. It's a great group of people working here. Thank you.
Fred Cooper. Whoa, that was loud. My day job is working with Effortless Office. We pay you 20% residuals for closed deals that we close together. Looking for ongoing managed services, help desk, that kind of stuff, nationwide, all US based. I'm also one of the people that helps here with sponsorship, and I wanted to take an extra 20 seconds. Did everybody like the food and the dessert?
Yeah.
If you didn't know, the food is from Karut, if I'm saying it right. They're in Fullerton. They are a nonprofit that focuses on helping people that have either directly or indirectly been a part of trafficking, human trafficking. So great food, great organization. Some of us, bring lunch to partners and that kind of stuff. Use them. And if you didn't see, there are cookies on the other end. I found them on Instagram, another nonprofit in Fullerton, Cookies. And I know that Jared just ordered some for his kid's birthday party. So You know, we're a nonprofit, but you know, we're a community-based group, and yeah, we're tech people, but we eat. So why not help other people that are also nonprofits? One more thing, I'm wearing my favorite shirt. I saw Justin wear one. Justin's on the board of the Ronald McDonald House of Orange County. I go help pour beer, sign people into golf tournaments, that kind of stuff. They're looking for volunteers all the time. So hit me up. I work with about 5 different groups, so would love to get more people involved because people are hurting and we can help. Thanks.
Hey everyone, Mario Duenas. I've had the pleasure of meeting most of you. I work for the Partner Masters here with Justin, it's interesting to hear him talk about the programs and all the different nuances, and then being able to take it back and speak with partners like obviously Think AI and Manish at FitSquare. But even just speaking outside in the membership circle, like I know some of these things seem super complicated. But Justin says all the time, if you know the rules of the game, it becomes pretty easy. It takes some time, but it becomes easy. So again, if you have questions about what Justin talked about, or just dealing anything with your Microsoft practice, happy to get on a call with you and see if it's something easy, something that's going to take no time, it's going to take lots of time, but either way, get you some good answers. So.
Hello, Ashley Duenas, Director of Business Development with MW Partners and your Vice President here for IAMCP SoCal. On the MW Partner side, we are a professional staffing, so we cross from IT to finance and accounting, HR, operations, but what we've spent a lot of time in most recently is being agnostic in the project solution space. So getting people to work out on projects as well as proof of concepts that we're doing within the AI space. So we're working with clients. This is no commitment up front. If we can kind of get through the prerequisites, we are actually putting our devs to work to productize and show the capabilities of AI. So if you're interested or you have clients that are interested, please let me know. Additionally, we've heard a couple people say they're in transition. Next Tuesday, you saw the flyer there. The WIT Network is having a resume rewriting workshop, and it's a fantastic speaker. It is free for guests, so please let me know if you would like more information. And then, as Fred so eloquently put, we really support Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California. And it was not mentioned earlier, but that is going to be our sponsor, who we are looking to support with the sponsorship for the Blackjack tournament. So since the date and the venue have been TBD, we hadn't really shared that, but wanted to get that out to the group today as well.
How's everybody doing? Alex Franco. I'm also with the Partner Masters, Mario and Justin, just helping your partners maximize some profitability. So if you guys heard anything that Justin said that kind of caught your eye, right? A lot of incentives. I don't know if anybody noticed the amount of pages that was in that incentive up there. It was 177, I think it was. So if you need any help, figuring that out, trying to figure out how to claim for them, we're here to help. Sign up for the command center. There's a lot of great resources there, and we'll be happy to reach out, help out with anybody.
Hey, everybody. Joe Crigliano, 23 years at Microsoft. Started when Microsoft got into Biz Apps. I've been a Biz Apps person. I'm now the executive director at Dynamic Communities. Dynamic Communities puts on 3 events a year. One we just completed, which is called the Biz Apps Partner Executive Summit for partner executives. A second one in 73 days for Dynamics users. But many Dynamics partners also attend and sponsor. And then we put on, and that's in Orlando. And then finally, we do something called the AI Agent and Copilot Summit. We're redoing that in Torrey Pines in March. What I'm personally involved in is putting on a partner enablement day, about 73 days on October 19th. So if you're a Biz App partner and you want to hear from Microsoft and other partners on how they're becoming Customer Zero, come talk to me.
My name is Alistair Gillespie, and I am a business analyst for Ballast Point Brewing, which is a little bit different than a lot of people in here. Basically, we do a lot of work with managed solutions as well. So thank you for having me. I'm eager to learn about all of this stuff, everything that goes on in the background across our 5 locations, systems management, production allocation, any kind of software that's involved in the back end, I'm involved in. And yeah, thank you for having me.
Hello, everyone. Manish, second Manish, I would say. Think AI, so data and AI consulting, of course, any small business mid-size want to work on AI, let me know. And then if you are interested in working on RFPs, many months without results, come talk to me. And agentic AI, you have heard a lot, but if you want to see in action, let's talk. I'll show you the Amy AI demo, and which is an AI-based project manager. Thank you.
What's up? Outside. Let's take some time to meet our folks online. I want to hear from them. I don't know about you guys, but whoever wants to go first online, folks, please introduce yourself. We'd love to hear from you. Where are you, or especially where are you dialing in from, or where are you connecting from?
Ladies first, Michelle.
Michelle Hollis, fractional CRO, RVT group, predominantly working with ISVs on go-to-market strategies and how best to partner with Microsoft and other behemoths. So just been around IAMCP SoCal for quite a few years, and sorry I couldn't be there in person today. Good to see everyone.
Thanks, Michelle.
John Nicolo, IMCP in Chicago. Been a member of the IMCP for about 24 years. I'm the current treasurer of the Chicago chapter, past president. Recently branched out on my own as an IT and sales consultant. Pretty much experience across the Microsoft stack and just about every aspect, but my passion is connecting people, helping people find other people that can work with them. Thanks for including me.
Right. Well, once we do that, we'll be back.
I'll go next. My name is Pitch, and from Compros Proactive. I'm out here in Long Beach. Can't remember what color my badge is, so I'll just say I'm magenta. And I'm a heavy networker, connector with technology, even antique fax machines. So just I put my LinkedIn profile in the chat. So just connect to me. Let's see how we can work together.
Thanks, Pitch. Barry?
There we go. Can you hear me okay?
Go ahead, Barry.
Hi. My name is Barry Heidowitz. So I've worked with Microsoft for years on and off, both as a direct vendor and then as a subcontractor. So I was with Extreme Labs, and then recently I joined AI Certs. And so I'm a senior director of business development at AI Certs. And what we do is we have multiple self-paced and instructor-led AI courses that are job-focused, and it's platform agnostic. We do include coverage of Copilot. I know that's important to a lot of you. And otherwise, yeah, I'll post my contact information again in a cleaned up format, so you can link to me if you want more information about the courses, partnership programs, certifications. Feel free to reach out. I can help you out from there.
Right. Thank you, Barry. Sorry, Andrew.
Thanks.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andres Guillen. I'm based in Texas. I'm a member of the Houston IAMCP chapter. I work with Inglaterra, and we help startups, especially in cybersecurity startups, go to market in Europe and the US. We connect them with partners and customers. And I'm here to meet people and to learn about more about Microsoft and everyone else that attends the meetings.
Thanks, Andres.
Thank you.
Either Kevin maybe wants to go? Or...
Sure. Hi, my name is Kevin Moore. I'm a systems engineer for Casimir Technology Solutions based in San Diego. Joining kind of as a guest to hear a little bit more about the partnership stuff from Justin. So appreciate your time. Thanks.
Tom, I think we have Danny as well. Thomas?
How do I take this damn mic off mute? How you doing, everybody? So I don't know what the colors are for the badges, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure I'm gonna mix of blue, fuchsia, purple, yellow, all of it. So I've been an IMCP member for over 25 years. I founded a chapter. I've been a board member on chapters. I've been part of the Americas board, all that, and I still have to pay $3 for the subway system. It's crazy. In any case, in New York, I make sure people don't need me every day. Like right now, I'm enjoying a beautiful walk across the bridge because I got a night shift coming. So I still make sure I get my exercise in. How can I help you? I don't know. It depends on you. Give me the right question. I'll find the right party to help you out. In general, people know me for disaster recovery, but many people know me as somebody who can help them find somebody else that they need. And I'm more than happy to do that for IMCP members. The guy Andreas that just called in from Houston, he's part of a new group from Sebastian's group. You guys may remember Sebastian from Let's Sign It. He started a new thing in Marseille. So now he's helping small businesses find some answers. So I told Andreas to join this meeting and find some of the people that have some of those answers. So I hope he takes advantage of this and everybody has meetings outside the meetings. And you know how to reach me already. Mobile phone's best.
Thanks, Thomas. Thanks. Next, do we have anybody left? Is that it? Oh, Danny, yes.
Yeah, love your energy, Tom. Danny Kazmarek with Kazmarek Technology Solutions down in San Diego, member of the San Diego chapter. We're MSP focusing on managed services, cybersecurity. Little remote hello to Kevin Clevens, made the road trip, and Justin Slagle. Great to see you, buddy. It's been a while. Thank you.
Thank you. Is that it? Do we have anybody else? The cards. I think that's it, right?
Oh, first of all, I guess some folks have come back into the room. So shall we take the 20 seconds for them as well?
Sure. Raise your hand. I know we have.
Okay, so if you've not introduced yourself, please do.
Hi, everybody. My name is Christian Jesus. I am pretty new to this Microsoft space, so I have a fresh spare of eyes. I'm looking to join a Microsoft partner as an AI solution architect. My background is in software engineering with a specialization in the human-computer interaction aspect of it. Thank you.
Anybody that didn't get a chance to introduce themselves earlier?
Oh, go ahead. So it's all about partnership, right? That's why we're here partnering and learning. I learned so much about technology, and I have been working with this Manish right here. He has graciously lent me or given me the usage of Amy.ai. I am totally in love with it. They've integrated it with my project management platform. It's made my life easier, and I am now going to be reselling this, and we're working with my clients. So this is the power of IAMCP. So I just wanted to give a shout out, and I also work with Treaty Software. So there's a lot of opportunity here for everyone, and just absolutely loved what Justin shared with us today, because I have an MSP client. I have another client that I'm going to be making sure that they sign up for that. So thank you.
Thanks for a shout out. Appreciate it.
I'm also MC now.
Hi, I'm Christina Kala. My company is Power Partner Alliance, and I help Microsoft partners get meaningful engagement with Microsoft sellers. So I'd love to talk to everybody here today. Thank you.
Stacy.
Oh, are we doing introductions? Sorry, I just got back in here. Introductions? Perfect. Hi, I'm Stacy Beach. I'm an executive business consultant for a managed service provider called TPX. We help businesses with their IT infrastructure as well as cybersecurity. I know I see a couple of familiar faces in here that we also collaborate with other MSPs, but also small businesses as well. So come say hello. This is actually my first time here. So thank you for having me.
I think it's the lady here in the back.
Oh, I guess I can.
Hi, I'm Raymond Wall. Have a small consultancy focused on project management, but my expertise that I'm looking at is AI strategy to execution and implementation, and that's where I want to focus on. And I think that this is a great opportunity to become a member of this organization and really connect with a lot of people. So thank you for Manish inviting me. And
Hi, everyone. I'm Sandy Tindula. I'm currently a free agent and I'm a guest of Ashley's. I work in operations and I help organize chaos. So that's what I do.
Go ahead, Jim.
I'm Jim with AP Logic, and we help people overcome organizational ADHD. So essentially all the files that live all over the place that people haven't organized and need to figure out, specifically using Teams and SharePoint. So we help them not only set up the tools, but also figure out what they're going to do with all their old content and make sense out of it all for the future.
Thanks, Jim.
Pass it here too.
Well, good afternoon again, Ashley. Thank you very much for inviting me. My name is Anush Nakshane. I am part of a background is business development solution sales. I was actually part of Microsoft many, many years ago, part of Microsoft Consulting Services, and glad to be here and getting to see everybody, a lot of good faces that I've met before. Thank you.
Thank you. Now back to Brian.
So Jared, I smile because I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy to see my job search buddies and helping out that group and the board members. I serve as one of your directors at large. I'm Jason Price with Aston Price. We scale responsible AI adoption for our partners. We collaborate with partners. I'm an Amy consumer. We work very closely with partners, and we also help build human agent teams using Copilot Studio. So nice to meet all of you that haven't yet.
Hello, everyone. Asha Patel with the Tech Mavericks. We help partners increase their revenues using Microsoft resources. And I'm also the operations chair for the chapter.
Hello, Tom, are you there?
Yes, I am.
You have a
Did
question?
everybody get to introduce themselves?
I think I'll go last, but go ahead with your question.
Well, this one's a thinker, so I just wanted to make sure everybody introduced themselves. Do you want to go ahead with the intro and then we'll get into the question?
All right, fair enough. Hi there, my name is Brian Inuma. I have 3 hats at the moment, well, maybe 3 plus. On Monday, I do some volunteer work for a nonprofit called Kirut. Thank you to Fred Cooper to kind of give some awareness to what they do. So the food for the past few meetings have been provided by this nonprofit. They provide support to survivors of human trafficking and other trauma. And the methodology is to bring them in for some culinary training and then to employ them in a catering operation within the nonprofit. So that's how the food got here. On Tuesday, although sometimes I think it's my day job, I'm president of IAMCP SoCal, with the New Year's resolution of to be past president next year. It's actually been a very good run, and I tried to mimic what Eric Klaus did in his second year of his presidency, although I still have ways to go. On Wednesdays, I do a little bit of advisory work for a small manufacturing firm. It is interesting because they are, I don't know, I'll call it 10 years behind times, and it's just almost anything that we do for them is valuable. Could I impose upon all of the officers and directors, committee chairs, committee members of IAMCP SoCal, would you please stand? All right, so this group of people for the past year plus, pretty close to 2 years, have been pitching in to help the chapter grow and evolve and do some different things. A couple of things that have been kind of new for us is Fred, Baba E, and I have been playing with this notion of partnering. So I just wanted to have these folks stand and be recognized, and for me to express my thanks to all that you do. Okay, Tom, go for it.
So I've been thinking about this AI thing like everybody else, trying to figure out how to make it work for me and for my clients. And the one thing that's really got me is I still can't figure out where the pathways are for AI agents to be combined for management purposes. And then, further, how is it managed? How is it backed up? How is it restored if it's necessary? Or, does anybody have any insights into that? The reason why I'm asking is I gave the example to a few different people over the year. And it comes to my attention that if I'm going to install Copilot, I'm going to get AI going. So let's just say 10 sales reps. 2 of those 10 are going to be doing things that the other 8 are not doing. And I'm trying to figure out how to get the knowledge to the other 8 on what they should change about their habits. I'm going to put it out there and leave it nice and open like that so people can give me their ideas and share with the group if they are so inclined. Thank you for the time, Brian.
Okay, how do we approach that? People want to just jump in and maybe throw out a couple of suggestions.
You restate the question. I didn't understand. I missed it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can somebody give her the microphone? I can't hear it.
Yeah, Thomas, I'm on it.
Thank you.
So we've been dealing with this as well. By the way, I'm Kent Rarick with Data Cream. We actually have our office up in the Northern California. Rohan is the president up there, so I'm kind of the representative in Southern California. And we primarily focus on CRM and back office. But we do have a customer that actually has come to us from a sales front and wants to roll out AI and the agents, and had brought up that concern about adoption. And one of the things that we're kind of piloting is coming up with prompts that are kind of like templates. And then these templates are used, are the only thing that can be used for running these particular queries. And that gets the standardization on the responses as well. To get them to adopt it, we haven't gone that far yet, but that's how we're trying to approach it.
Pretty good insight.
No, prompts are good. I definitely commend you because it's not easy. But how do you know the right prompt?
Well, what we're doing is we're actually working with the back office developers that are doing the scripts. And I think Jason brought up the center of excellence. And so we're kind of modeling it in that way, where we're getting everybody in a room, sharing ideas about what the challenges are, and making sure that the people that are actually developing the prompts or the queries on the back end are relaying it to the sales team to understand what they're trying to address, and then having that template that everybody uses so that they're not going in putting in some kind of odd query that might give them a different response.
So in your example, you're talking about new sales. You're not talking about somebody who's a seasoned sales yet, like 5 years in. You're talking about new sales people. Is that accurate, or am I misrepresenting?
No, these are people that are doing sales today. But so the problem we're trying to address is that he came to me and said, look, we got a great sales team. Some of them are awesome with customers, but they're just horrible about doing the admin stuff. And so if we can get everybody to standardize that, then all the data he gets on the back end, he'll be able to trust it a little bit better, run those KPIs, and have better data. So he's trying to get them to standardize on, for example, doing expenses, doing all this from one place, one source through prompts to be able to do that. And so, again, we don't have the answers, but that's kind of how we're approaching it.
Go ahead,
No,
Eric.
I could get
Thanks.
behind the expenses component. I got what you're saying. Thank you.
Eric, go ahead.
All right. Hey, Tom, it's Eric Klaus. So we've done a number of projects here, and I'll say over the last 6 to 12 months. So maybe I'm going to break your question into two segments, because the first part that you asked about was what's the use case for AI from a management standpoint. And so what I've seen around this is it all comes down to business process. What is the business process, and what's the business value that bringing an AI component to that is going to deliver to the organization? So we've done several projects where we've brought AI GPT capabilities tied into a company's sales transaction history, so that now the salespeople can go in and use natural language processing, just like a Google search, and ask questions. What's the last time this customer bought this particular item? Or what items does this customer buy on a regular basis? When was the last time they bought them? From a sales leadership standpoint, answering questions like, where is this item selling? Trying to figure out why one item might be selling on the West Coast versus the East Coast. We just did that recently for a client. So it's all different types of things on the sales side, on the finance side of organizations, anything around data reconciliation. We just did a large project for a large hospitality company dealing with cancellations and refunds being issued from cancellations. So that was the one process for them. For other clients, it's been, variable. At the end of the day, the other element that you touched on, though, is change management. And I think that's the other piece to what you were looking for around that. And I think that's where you've got to bring a change management component into that. Maybe Jason Price might be a better one to talk a little bit about that. But I think change management around how to get people to start using AI is the other element of what you're talking about there. And I think that's still and up for grabs. You're going to have that, 20% of whatever user population you have, that'll be the early adopters. And then how do you get the rest of the team to start using it? That's just standard change management, I think.
True on one point. The presumption I have is you're talking about Dynamics Sales Copilot for gathering the data. Where are they gathering?
Tom, if you don't mind, we were a little bit behind schedule. So what I'd like to do is to ask you to maybe hold that question for another time.
I got Eric's mobile. He is not getting away from me.
Fair enough. Good.
Even better.
Good. All right. So on the screen, you see a QR code. There is a survey that we look at carefully. So if you would take some time to go and get to that survey, provide your feedback about this meeting, all of the input's valuable. Especially the question about if you are interested in participating on a committee. We are also looking for our next treasurer, so that role is also open. So if you wouldn't mind, take some time to provide some feedback. I appreciate it. There is a Starbucks gift card with your name on it, so to speak, if you get pulled from the winners. And then thank you to Manish Bardia to also contribute one of his books. So we'll give this away as a raffle prize as well. And then I will give you a hint as to what you should do with those playing cards. So while you are filling out the survey, would you please confirm that you have a playing card in front of you? And at the very end of our presentation, I will explain how to make use of those playing cards. I apologize to the folks that are remote. It's a little bit tough to give you playing cards, but I'll explain in a moment.
It will just do one more minute to do the survey, and let's see who gets the card.
And then the folks that are remote are welcome to participate as well. Have you already put the link into the chat, Ashok? Thank you, Pitch, for the hats. Okay. Everybody ready? Anybody need like 10 seconds more?
Good times.
Okay, let's give it a try. All right, last chance. I think Steve Tanner describes this as the wheel of wow. I find it be a very good tool for this purpose.
You get the sound on it, that's even better. We don't see it.
Should be coming out here shortly. It's working his magic.
All right, does anybody not have a playing card?
There you go. You see it now.
One person.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else not having playing card?
And are we ready to spin? Are we ready? Do it.
Sorry, Tom.
First one's for the
Yeah,
book,
you
Brian?
have to fly here to get a card. Fernando?
Yep. Wow.
Okay. Okay, one more.
One more spin. Yes. And this is for the Starbucks card.
Eric Plus.
Eric.
It's been a long time.
Does that mean he's back as president again next year?
Treasurer. This is what you want. Treasurer. Oh, God. All right.
Now, let me explain what to do with playing card. Right. So I'm hoping that everyone has one of these, and the mechanism that we use is something that Eric Klaus, I think, started back when he was president, to go and schedule meetings between the meetings, and it is something that is it's a valuable component. It's a valuable piece of activity. And it seems to be common everywhere. Every organization, I think, has some form of the meetings between the meetings. So the idea is to, in this meeting, make introductions to people, get to know people at a very surface level. But it's hard in a meeting like this to get to know someone well. So the meetings between the meetings are intended to schedule another time between the next meeting, which won't be until October, to go in and meet in person somewhere, coffee, lunch, or whatever is convenient. I think that Ro Kolakowski calls his a board meeting. Is that right? Okay, very good. So anyway, Ro Kolakowski has a special location that's suited for that. Okay, now, could I ask Jason Price to stand? And Jason Price, what card do you have?
Ace, baby.
All right, so keep your eyes on Jason if you have an ace. Fred Cooper, would you please stand? What card do you have?
Two.
Okay, so Steve, Fred Cooper has a deuce. Philly, what card do you have?
I have a 3.
Good. Eric Klaus?
4.
Good. Ashley? Steve Tanner? DJ? So he has 7. Fred, Baba E?
8.
Ashok?
9.
All right, so you should have a card that corresponds. So these folks will stand and walk over to a different part of the room. And if you have a matching card, find the folks that have the same card and arrange for a meeting between the meetings.
All right. You guys, this is important. Don't leave. This is part of the networking, and I really believe you can definitely have some amazing contacts today.
One of these. I want at least 4, 6. Yep. I'll see you.